All right, good morning, everybody. This is Holly Drone. I'm the sales manager for Viatri, and I'm here today to talk to you about Viatri's Simply You bridal promotion. I'm going to go ahead and go through everything first. If you have any questions while I'm speaking, if you just want to jot those down so you don't forget them, at the end of the call, I will take questions, any comments, any feedback, any other tips that anybody has that they would like to add. So just jot those down throughout the call, and we'll get to those at the very end. I just wanted to say that we are thrilled that each of you are participating in Viatri's first ever nationwide bridal promotion. Together, we will capture the growing bridal market, and you will boost registry sales with increased brides and increased bridal registry dollars. Viatri has found that brides want to attend events, and Simply You will attract brides to your stores. Did you know that 52% of all brides wish they had attended a bridal event when they were engaged, but they didn't have the opportunity in their local community? Viatri's Simply You bridal promotion is that opportunity. You can use this month-long bridal promotion as a way to establish your store as a leader in gift registry in your community. By now, each of you should have received your Simply You looks and your marketing materials. We know that you've been busy with Easter and Mother's Day, but now that this is over, it's time to transfer your store to a Viatri bridal destination. We have all of the tools you need to make your store the bridal registry destination in your community. Overall, I want you to remember that there are two targets for the Simply You Bridal Month. The first is to drive new brides to your store. Educate each new bride about Viatri and help them determine which bridal collection is right for them. Use Viatri's brand new bridal lookbook as a guide for all brides and encourage them to use the registry checklist. The registry checklist will increase bridal registry dollars in your store. The second aspect of this promotion is to drive existing brides and their friends, families, and wedding guests to your store during Simply You Bridal Month. We have great incentives to make the wedding guests feel excited to purchase from the bride's registry. So think about it. You're attracting new brides who have not registered or didn't know that your store was the place to register in your community, and you're driving existing brides to your store. Each target will help you increase your sales. Attracting new brides will create residual and future sales, while driving existing brides and their friends, family, and wedding guests will create immediate sales and the need for a bride to add additional items to her registry as purchases are made. Today, we will review all of the tools that Viatri's fabulous marketing team has developed for you to promote this event and attract brides and their friends and families to your store. All of the tools created can be found on the merchant page of Viatri.com. If you've never logged on before, it's easy. Your username and your login ID are your Viatri account number. If you're unsure of your account number, ask your Viatri sales rep or ask your customer service representative. Once you've logged in, you can utilize the merchant page to get information about Viatri promotions, marketing materials, and many other tools. All right, so let's go ahead and log on. So if you haven't already logged on, you're just going to go to Viatri.com, and at the bottom on the right-hand side is the rep and merchant login. There you'll put your username and your account number, and the home page of the merchant page is going to pop up. The first box that you see will be Simply You Resource Guide. You'll click here, and you'll find the entire document for Viatri Simply You. Everything can be clicked. They're in PDF or in JPEG, so they're really easy for you to download. The first thing that we're going to talk about are the event tips. And I have this document pulled up. We have many event tips, but I'm going to go over the ones that are the most important and the ones that are really going to drive the brides to your store. First, How do we get the brides to come to your store during Simply You? First, look for new brides in the engagement section of your local newspaper. Send the newly engaged couples a note about Simply You, or become their friend on Facebook and send them a message about the Simply You promotion. Another idea would be to drop off Simply You information and signage to local wedding dress shops, florists, bakeries, photographer studios, bridesmaids dress shops, and wedding venues. Think of all the places in your community that a bride may visit during their wedding planning process, and make sure they have information about Simply You. This will increase how many girls receive information about the event and double or triple your customer list for your store. Another really important aspect of the event is to target the mothers of the bride. The bride's mother or future mother-in-law often plays a very big part in the registry process. They influence where and for what the bride registers. Get the word out to this demographic that your store is the best place to register and offers the very best registry experience in your community. Think of local Rotary clubs, garden clubs, junior leagues, country clubs, women's organizations, mother of the bride dress shops, where you can place information about Simply You. A couple of other ideas about reaching that mother of the bride demographic is to send the mother of the bride a note congratulating her on the engagement of her daughter and letting her know about all of your registry services. You can also have a special night in your store. I remember when I was getting married, finding the mother of the bride dress was probably more difficult than finding my own wedding dress. Have a special night in your store where you have a trunk show of mother of the bride dresses, and you're also talking about all of the registry selections that you have to offer. Another tip for getting the word out about Simply You is to get VATRE's brand new bridal registry checklist in the hands of as many people as you can. These can easily be mailed, or you can use them as bag stuffers. If you need more, no problem. VATRE has plenty in stock, so contact your sales rep or customer service representative today and we can get more in the mail to you. For your existing brides, make sure you call them and let them know about VATRE's brand new registry checklist. Also, let them know about the additional collections that you'll be featuring during Simply You. Many brides may not know about the brand new Encanto Aqua or Encanto Metallic. These are great additional registry items that they might not have already registered for. Schedule a time for your existing brides to come back and make sure they've registered for everything on the VATRE bridal checklist, or call brides that have wedding dates that are getting close. For most brides, many of their registry options have probably already been purchased, and encourage them to add on. One of the biggest complaints that you'll hear from wedding guests is that by the time they were ready to purchase a wedding gift, everything had been purchased from a registry and they didn't know what to buy. Make sure your brides have enough on that registry and they're continually adding to it throughout their engagement process. Another thing to do when you're targeting your existing brides during the Simply You promotion is to make sure that they let their guests know about what's going on in your store during the Simply You month. This is the perfect time for their guests to purchase VATRE off their registry. Not only will their guests purchase a gift, but in turn they will receive a gift too. The gorgeous Rustic Garden Terrace cash posts are a perfect gift for anyone, and the guests will be thrilled to receive it. Ask your bride for their wedding guest list and offer to mail cards announcing that they're registered at your store, or print cards that can easily be included in all shower or engagement party invitations that announce where the bride is registered. Another tip is if you have existing brides with wedding dates right around the corner, run a local ad in your local newspaper announcing which brides are registered in your store with their wedding date. Incorporate information about the Simply You gift with purchase and drive those wedding guests to your store. Utilize all of the VATRE created press releases and email campaigns to get the word out about Simply You. Now that you know how and who to market the event to, it's time to think of the best way to excite brides when they come to your store. The goal is for the brides to view your store as the wedding resource in the community. You need to wow them with your experience and connections to local wedding vendors in your community. So the first thing to do is everyone needs to brush up on the Viatri story, our best-selling collection. Schedule a Viatri training with your Viatri sales rep prior to the kickoff of Simply You. Make sure all of your sales associates know the story of Viatri, selling tips for best-selling bridal collections, our care instructions, how to use the bridal registry checklist, and the details of the gift with purchase and the gift with registry incentive. Also, make sure all of your sales associates are aware of the employee incentive program. This is an excellent way to create competition among your sales associates and really get everyone talking about Viatri during Simply You. Another way to get the word out about Simply You is to partner with local wedding vendors, caterers, florists, bakeries, car services, bridal boutiques, wedding venues, travel agencies, photographers, and musicians during the event. Not only will this create excitement, but in turn you will multiply your customer list and have the ability to advertise to a much larger audience. Select a special date during the Simply You promotional month to have all of these vendors in your store at once. It's almost like a mini bridal fair. Or schedule wedding vendors on rotating dates to create excitement during the entire month. For example, every Saturday of the month you can have selected wedding vendors come to your store and give their services to brides and talk to them about the different things that they have to offer. Brides may come back multiple times during the Simply You month, and make sure each time they visit they're adding to their registry. Another event to make your existing brides feel very special would be to host a private event for your registered brides during Simply You. Serve Italian treats and Prosecco, and set gorgeous tables with items from that bride's registry. Allow the bride to invite friends, family, wedding guests for a sip and see, and give the bride a chance to show off her registry selection and really feel special. Now that you've talked about how to market the event and how to excite the brides when they come to your store, it's time to create those dazzling displays with the bridal looks that our team has put together. Here are some examples for different display ideas. Put product combinations that couples have registered for on display with a small sign and picture of the couple that says registered by. Also include the wedding date. This makes the bride feel very special and allows her guests to really see what she's getting. Another very important aspect of this tip is that it inspires other brides and it lets them know what their friends and what other girls are registering for. Another idea to create a really exciting display is to put wedding dresses in your store windows before the event. Add in the Simply You poster and Simply You signage, wrap gorgeous gifts, and place them in the window, and this will definitely create excitement and drive brides into your store. Make sure with each display that you're creating for Simply You, you incorporate all of the shelf talkers and signage, and that you're refreshing these displays on a weekly basis to keep them looking full. Also, incorporate the other Viatri product that you have in your store to add to the Simply You looks and really make them look full and impactful. Another idea would be to have a mix and match table where a bride can create her favorite look. Have dinner and salad plates stacked high along with linens and flatware so that a bride can create her own unique table setting. Make sure the bride thinks about how her table should look during the holidays too. Holiday collections are the best way to increase your registry dollars. If you sell formal china in your store, incorporate Viatri into those displays as well. Many of our collections look great when they're accented with formal dinnerware, and once again, a bride can see how her Viatri can go from an everyday luxury to those very sophisticated, very formal times when she's entertaining. And lastly, for your displays, think outside of the box. Brides need gifts too. Have a section in your store that features gift-giving ideas for bridesmaids gifts, groomsmen gifts, and hostess gifts. Also, Remind your brides of everything that they will need at their reception. Viatri has gorgeous cake cutters, toasting glasses, and beautiful vessels that can be used for centerpieces at the reception. Viatri can be the one-stop shop for all of the bride's needs. Now that you know of all of the ways to make the Simply You promotion very special for your store, it's time to review our suggested timeline for utilizing all of our marketing pieces. So first, let's talk about the press release. Here, you can simply click on the press release and download it from the merchant page. It's easy. We've done all the work for you. All you have to do is input your specific store information and blast it out to local newspapers, magazines, bridal publications, and radio stations. If you need help brainstorming of where or who to send the press releases to, contact Viatri's marketing guru, Ellen Thompson. Her extension is 101, and she can give you all of the information that will help you get the press releases into the hands of the right people. Once you've distributed the press releases, now it's time to review the printed marketing materials. Make sure you incorporate the Simply You poster and the shelf talkers into each look. We have a shelf talker here with all of the information about the Simply You promotion. You should have all received this in your order, but if you need to print additional copies, you can download this right here, print it to a colored printer on cardstock, and incorporate it where you need it. This gives the date, and it also talks about the gift with registry and the gift with purchase. Let's also review the shelf talkers for each look. So we have the Simply Fresh, Simply Elegant, and Simply Chic look. The Simply Fresh look encompasses Bianco, Sorbetto Aqua, our dot glass, Aladdin flatware, and our yellow Greek key napkin. This look talks about how easy it is to go from a casual to a formal gathering and how clean these collections can be. The Simply Elegant shelf talker focuses on our Vallezza collection, and it talks about the traditional classical bride with a twist on tradition. This bride is the first to plan a tasteful affair, and she makes sure that she's covered everything from gorgeous linens to fabulous flatware and drinkware. We also have the Simply Chic shelf talker, which showcases our newest collections of Encanto Aqua and Encanto Metallic. The Simply Chic bride is fashion forward, and she loves to not only dress in the latest trends, but also dress her table in the latest trends. If you want to mail any of the pieces that we've looked at here, you can also mail Viatri postcards. We have gorgeous Encanto postcards and Vallezza postcards. All of our brochures can be mailed, and the wedding registry checklist can be mailed as well. This is a great way to utilize your customer list and get the word out with pieces that the bride can then come into the store with and talk about what she wants to register for. We've also created a very easy to follow email campaign schedule. This is so easy to use. Each of these images and emails can be put on an email campaign, a Facebook page. You can utilize them on your website homepage or even on a blog. It's easy. You just right-click the image and then choose Send Image or copy and paste the images to the email of all of your customers. So we'll go through one for example. Here is the Save the Date email that Viatri blasted to over 20,000 bridal leads last week. All you do is click on the JPEG. It'll download on your computer. You right-click, and then you can either choose to email the picture directly to your customer list, or you can save the picture and upload it into a program like Constant Contact. So let's review this timeline. If you haven't already sent the Save the Date email, go ahead and get that out today. Make sure all of the brides know that Simply You is coming and they should mark these dates on their calendars. If you did already send the Save the Date email, now it's time to send the You Are Invited email. This is the special invitation that invites all brides to Simply You. This afternoon, VA3 will send this email blast out to over 20,000 brides that we have on file. This email will link directly to the Simply You splash page on va3.com, and this is where the brides will find all of the stores in their area that are participating. On May 16th, we encourage you to send the See You This Weekend email. This is one more push to get the brides into your store, and it tells them about the gifts with purchase and the gifts with registry. On June 6th, right before the event ends on June 20th, we have one last push that makes sure the brides don't miss out on our first ever month-long trunk show. Once again, so easy to use. You just right-click it and put it into your email, into your Outlook, into a Gmail, or into Constant Contact. As you're creating your displays for Simply You, please send those pictures to VA3. We will post them to VA3's Facebook page and blog, which has over 2,500 fans. One of our retailers in New Jersey, Latona Specialty, sent us a picture of his Simply You display last week. We put it on our Facebook page, and within minutes, we had brides questioning where they could get that look. So make sure you use the power of VA3's social media channels. Throughout the promotion, send us pictures of brides registering, wedding guests receiving their gifts with purchase, and all of the excitement that's going on in your store. We want to see this promotion unfold each day in your store, and we'll promote it on our Facebook page, and Frances Gravely and Ellen Thompson will talk about it in our VA3 blog. The store who sends us the most pictures and interactions during Simply You Month will receive one free freight coupon that can be used through the end of the year and doesn't have an order requirement. Please send all of those pictures to me, Holly Drawn, H-Drawn, D-R-A-U-G-H-N @va3.com, or send them along to your VA3 sales rep, and they'll make sure that I receive them. So after June 20th, you're probably asking, well, what should I do? Make sure you submit your employee incentive tracking spreadsheet to Margaret Brooke by June 30th. Your sales associates' VA3 retail bucks will be tracked, and your sales associates can begin making their VA3 purchases. We know this promotion will be a huge success for you, and we are here to help. Please utilize your VA3 sales rep as you're planning this promotion. Utilize myself or Margaret Brooke in the sales department, or contact Ellen Thompson for additional marketing ideas. We're here to help with brainstorming and to answer questions. We can't wait to hear all of your success stories. So good luck to everyone, and happy registering. All right, so let's see if anyone has any questions. In order to ask questions through this webinar system, because we have so many people on the call, there's a place at the bottom of your screen where you can actually type in your questions, and we'll take those, and I'll read the question aloud, and then we'll make sure that you have all the information. All right, well, it looks like we don't have any questions. Make sure you log in to the merchant page and download all of your Simply You resources and tools, and just let us know if you have any questions. Thanks.